Actress. She's an Academy Award-nominated actress. She's starring in a brand new motion picture entitled Interstellar, and you can see it nationwide beginning November 7th.
Right.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, couldn't be happier to have her back with us. Here's Jessica Chastain. Jessica. This is great. Look at you.
Thanks.
This is... Whoa.
Wow.
This is old Hollywood glamour.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, here's a couple of things I know about you, and we'll talk about these things.
Okay.
We were looking over research and so forth and preparing your segment, and so you have made a lot of movies in a very relatively short period of time. So the question I have is, do you ever relax? Does it drive you nuts? Are you making too many? Do you worry? What happens?
You know, I love it so much.
You love the work of making the movies.
I love it. I mean, look at you. You know, you're working all the time.
Yes, but this is nothing. You really are working because you go in there. They're very long days.
Yeah, they're long days. I finished a film with Guillermo del Toro called Crimson Peak in May, and it was so intense. I thought, okay, I'm going to take a break. So I took a break for a few months, and now I'm ready. I'm ready to get back.
Was that the first time you'd taken a break of any consequence? Yeah. What did you do for, you said 2 months?
Well, the first 2 weeks, I was sitting around on my couch going, I'm never going to work again. Like,
that did not happen, did it?
Well, you know, you never know. People forget.
Yeah, that's right. They forget about me. They're not going to forget about you.
Never. Never, never.
So then in the 2-month period, once you got over the trauma of not doing anything, what did you do?
Then I went to the movies. I went to go see the theater. I'm such a nerd, I know.
What did you see?
Well, I'll tell you, even just last weekend, I saw Skeleton Twins and Whiplash. Mm-hmm. Very good films.
Yeah, that's right.
I saw Michelle Williams in Cabaret. Mm-hmm. She's fantastic. So I go to the museums. You know.
When you were a kid, did your parents have time off, or is this something you got from your parents? Did they always have to work all the time?
Yeah, my parents were always working. We didn't, you know, come from a lot of money, so...
What part of the country you live in?
Northern California.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's beautiful there.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. And, I mean, we knew, like, sometimes we lived paycheck to paycheck. So when you're given work...
Folks, what did they do?
My dad's fireman, and my mom's a chef, a vegan chef.
A vegan chef?
Yeah, I just bought her a food truck.
Now, wait a minute. First of all, your dad's a fireman.
Yeah.
That's just great.
In San Francisco.
Oh, well, there you go. Now, this
Yeah.
So that's hard, dangerous work. And as a kid, you have a built-in hero right there in Dad as a fireman.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hero. Mm-hmm. He was on the National Rescue Team. He went to the Oklahoma City bombing. I remember that as a kid. It was like, I mean, any man that dates me, like the thing that they're gonna have to live up to with my dad, he's a real hero.
Yes, that's right. And now your mom started out as a chef and became a vegan chef, started out as a vegan chef.
My mom is a jack of all trades. So she can kind of do everything. And growing up for a while, she was a real estate agent and...
Was she a vegan real estate agent?
No. The funny thing about my mom is I'm vegan, and she came to visit me in LA, and we spent 2 weeks together, and so she just ate the food that I was eating. Mm-hmm. And she felt so good, she went back home and there weren't any restaurants for her. So she's like, you know what, I'm going to open a restaurant. And she became a vegan chef, and she's really good.
All right, now we've had people discuss this in the past, and I admire the idea of it, but I don't know exactly what the definition is.
Of what?
Vegan. Restaurant.
What's the definition?
What do you...
Food truck.
Food truck. So, what does that mean?
Being a vegan means that you don't eat animal products.
No animal products?
Yes.
So we're left with vegetables?
Vegetables, quinoa.
Quinoa,
Have you ever
it's
had-
a grain.
Delicious.
Yes, I've had quinoa.
Yeah, it's protein source.
Chia seeds.
Look at you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are a healthy man.
Yeah, stuff you find in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, and through these things, one can generate enough protein to support themselves.
Yes.
What did you have for lunch, for example?
For lunch, what did I have for lunch? I don't even remember what I had for lunch.
was
Lentils.
Lentils. I love lentils. I love lentils.
Right?
They're legumes.
Legumes. They're protein.
They are protein?
Yes.
Now, what about the people always telling me the combination of rice and beans creates a protein. Is that true?
I'm sure of it. I don't know.
No, but if I was a vegan, would the rice and the beans count as a vegan?
Yes, totally. I mean, the beans are protein, and I think eating it with the carbohydrate somehow makes it healthier.
What about tacos?
Yes, tacos without beef or fish or chicken.
Well,
There is some delicious vegan food out there for you.
that's in the neighborhood of the old bread sandwich. All right, we'll be right back with Jessica Chastain, ladies and gentlemen. Jessica Chastain, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I remember that Zero Dark 30. What a movie that was.
My goodness,
Wasn't that
right?
tremendous? Oh, my God.
Catherine Bigelow.
So now when you're not working, you live in Northern California, kind of where your family was, or you live in Los Angeles, you live in New York? Where
I live in New York.
You live in New York City?
Yeah. This is where I went to college.
Went to college here. Where'd you go to school?
Juilliard.
Oh, you went to Juilliard.
Don't make fun.
I'm not. I'm just saying you went to Juilliard. I went to Ball State. Thank you. When you're out on the streets, people, I mean, what happens?
When I'm out on the street?
Yeah, well, people, you don't go out like this, do you, on the street?
Sometimes.
And people are just, hey, Jessica.
I mean, if I'm going to dinner or something nice. But if I'm normally on the streets, I'm like wearing a pair of jeans and a sweater. And people, sometimes they recognize me. And I realized once Zero Dark 30 went on HBO, like my world changed. Because now I'll be somewhere and someone will walk by and they look at me like this. As they're walking, and they think they're being subtle. And then sometimes they'll whisper to someone and then the person looks at me and then goes. So that happens.
But you're almost always aware of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
You can kind of feel it. Now, for an actor, is this a good thing? Do you like that this comes with what you do for a living? Or would you rather that didn't happen?
I would like it more if they acknowledged it and said hello to me.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes people say, hey, are you Jessica? I say, yeah, and then we have a conversation. But when they kind of
Right.
Or like yesterday I was in Barnes & Noble and someone kind of was following me around the bookstore and I kept looking over my shoulder. I was like, do you need to get here? No, I'm just, looking around.
What about now I know you took a cooking class, and so you
Yes.
show up in a cooking class, and if it were me in the cooking class, a vegan cooking
Yes.
class, I would say, I would drop out because I couldn't.
Why?
Well, I couldn't handle the fact that, oh my God, she's in my class.
We could make sweet meals together, David.
No, I would. How long was the class?
It was 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And all kind of vegan stuff.
All kinds. I mean,
What-
there was a day of fish, which I just watched.
No.
It wasn't a vegan cooking. It was just a health food cooking class.
And so the guy said, it was a health food cooking
Yeah.
class. So you can have healthy fish, but it's not vegan fish.
Yes. There's no vegan fish, but I watched them make the fish.
No, up there it's vegan. Oh God, look at those shoes. But if people knew it was you, right?
It took them a couple days. Usually it started with, you look a lot like that actress.
And what do you say?
And then I say well, I'm that actress. And then hopefully it's Jessica Chastain they're talking about and not Bryce Dallas Howard. Or someone, because then they say, you were great in The Village or something. You go, not me.
Yeah. I get a lot of this. Hey, it's ass.
No. They called you Jimmy.
Oh, golly. Now listen, I'm going to rail out against the film company that's producing this movie, Interstellar. It's top secret.
Yeah.
You don't even know what happens, and you're in it.
I know. We get in an elevator, we go to space.
I'd go see that. And for now, like weeks when we knew you were coming on the show, we've been trying to get a clip. And the studio is, oh no, it's top, we can't, it's top secret. So I have a friend in Hollywood who knows all about movies and is very high positioned. Everybody knows who this is. I can't mention his name, I'll get him in trouble. And he said, I'll get you a clip.
Really?
Yep. Have you seen the movie?
Yes, I've seen the movie.
Okay, then you'll recognize this clip. I'm not even...
Am I in it?
Yes.
Okay.
And you don't... that's all I can tell you. It's Interstellar, opens November 7th. It's going to be huge. Take a look at the clip.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was McConaughey. Matthew
That was-
McConaughey.
I want to go get in line now. Wow, is all I can say. So you live near the theater, is that right? Where do you live? I mean,
No,
I don't
I
want
live
to
near
address...
Washington Square Park.
But that's close enough, for God's sake. Subways and all.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time you were here was 3 years ago. Am I right about that?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So what's the problem? By the way, I'm not going to be here that much longer.
I know. Invite me back.
Just when you won't
I
come
think
back.
we should do a cooking segment when I come back.
All right, there you go. See, she's booking her own segment. Jessica Chastain, Interstellar, November 7th. God bless you, my dear. Thank you so much. We'll be right back with Lenny Marcus, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll see you Monday for Dave and Robert Downey Jr., Sarah Paulson, and Lizzo. Stay tuned for a sneak peek at the weekend plans of your distant relative.
1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. Then I see Dave Grohl.